Hello guys! Welcome to Building Cool Things with AI. Today, we're building a complete tech startup website from scratch using AI, then launching it live on the internet. Before we get started, let's quickly go over the tools we'll be using. First is ChatGPT, which I'll use to generate a detailed prompt for the website. Next is Google AI Studio, where the actual website will be built using AI. Then we have GitHub, which acts as a home for the project's code, making it easy to store, manage, and connect to other services. Finally, we'll use Vercel to deploy the project, turning it into a live website that anyone can visit on the internet. Now, let's head over to ChatGPT. One thing I like about AI is that you don't need fancy technical words. Just explain what you want in plain English. So I asked it, give me a prompt for a startup company called DevFlow. The website should look modern, professional, and awesome. The prompt looks pretty good, but there's one small problem. AI seems to be obsessed with blue and purple gradients. Every AI startup website somehow ends up looking like it was sponsored by a neon galaxy. So let's fix that. I'll reprompt it with, I'm generating a startup website, but I want a clean and unique design. No blue-purple AI vibes. Much better. This looks cleaner, more professional, and a lot less like every other AI website on the internet. Let's copy the prompt and see what Google AI Studio can do with it. Now, let's head over to Google AI Studio. If you've never used it before, don't worry. The setup is pretty straightforward. We'll sign in with a Google account, agree to the terms and conditions that nobody reads but everybody accepts, and continue. You'll also get the option to receive emails from Google about updates and new features. That's completely up to you. I usually just pick whatever gets me to the AI faster. Once we're in, we'll paste the prompt we got from ChatGPT and let Google AI Studio do its thing. This is where the magic happens. Instead of spending hours designing and coding a landing page from scratch, we're going to see how much of the work AI can handle for us. Now Google AI Studio is asking us to choose a design style. Let's take a quick look at the options. Geometric balance looks clean, but it also looks like every startup website I've seen in the last 6 months. Clean minimalism is nice, but it's a little too safe for me. Sleek interface and bold typography are good too, but they're all starting to look suspiciously related. Bento Grid, on the other hand, stands out a bit more. It feels modern, organized, and gives us more room to showcase different sections of the website in an interesting way. So I'm going to go with Bento Grid. Of course, if none of these match what you have in mind, you can always go back to ChatGPT, describe the exact design style you want, get a more detailed prompt, and paste it here. AI is much easier to work with when you tell it exactly what you want, instead of hoping it can read your mind. While Google AI Studio is busy cooking up our website, let's get GitHub ready. Just search for GitHub and open the website. You can sign up with Google or Apple. After signing up, GitHub will ask you to choose a username. Now here's the funny part. I tried CyderCoder, and it's already taken. Not surprising. GitHub has been around for ages. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if developers were pushing code there before dinosaurs went extinct. Let's try build cool things with AI instead. Once you've picked a username and verified your account, you'll be taken to your dashboard. You might hear people talk about repositories, or repos for short. Think of a repo as a folder for your project. It stores your code, tracks changes, and makes it easy to collaborate with others or connect to deployment platforms like Vercel. We're not going to create a repo manually today, though. Google AI Studio can handle that for us once we connect our GitHub account. Now let's check on Google AI Studio. And it's still loading. Fantastic. The AI is either building something amazing or having an existential crisis. Since we're waiting, let's set up Vercel as well. First of all, that hero section looks slick. Don't worry if it seems advanced right now, By the end of this series, you'll be able to build things that look just as good. Go ahead and sign up. I'm using GitHub because it makes deployment much easier. I'll tell Vercel that I'm working on personal projects, enter my name, and just like that, we're in. Something interesting just showed up. Import Git repository. The only small problem is, we don't have a repository yet, and we definitely don't have any code in one. So let's go back and check on Google AI Studio. All right, the website is ready. Not bad. It's still pretty basic, but that's the thing with AI. You can keep improving it by prompting it again and again. I gave it another prompt to improve the design, fix some responsiveness issues, and polish things up a bit. By the way, responsiveness simply means making sure the website looks good on different screen sizes, like phones, tablets, and desktops. Nobody wants a website that looks amazing on a laptop and completely breaks on a phone. The site is still fairly simple, but that's okay. I don't want to turn this into a 6-hour development marathon. The goal is to build something and get it live. You can actually see all the generated code right here. Now let's push everything to GitHub. Click on the Publish button beside Share, then look for the GitHub tab. You'll be asked to sign in to GitHub, authorize the connection, and install the integration. Next, give your repository a name and a description. You'll also need to choose whether the repository should be public or private. Public means anyone can view your code, while private means only you and people you invite can access it. Since this is just a project I'm building to show you guys the process, I'll make it public. Once that's done, click Stage and commit all changes. Now if we jump back to GitHub and refresh the page, there it is. We officially have a repository. If we open it up, you can see all the project files sitting there nicely. At this point, our code is safely stored online and ready for deployment. Now for the fun part, getting the website live. Let's head over to Vercel and continue with GitHub. Since this is my personal account, I'll select all repositories and complete the installation. This allows Vercel to access the projects stored in GitHub. And there it is, DevFlow. Let's import it and click Deploy. This usually takes a minute or two, so now is a good time to pretend we're extremely busy developers waiting for our production infrastructure to finish processing. And we're live. Let's continue to the dashboard. Vercel automatically generates a URL for every project, but you don't have to keep the random one. Head over to the Domains section, where you can edit the subdomain or connect a custom domain that you already own. Just like GitHub usernames, the name has to be unique. You can't use one that's already taken. I'll go with devflowi1.vercel.app, and that's it. We started with an idea, used AI to generate a website, pushed the code to GitHub, and deployed it live with Vercel. Congratulations! You've officially built and launched a website on the internet. I'll see you in the next episode of Building Cool Things with AI. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions or ideas for what we should build next.